peace, children of the sun. Thank you for returning to another video. O child, I will that you will become more after this knowledge. I will that you will become more. Let the words pierce the mind unto the soul, and let thy make thy own decision on what shall thine hear. I just willed for you to think, to become, to progress, and make a choice between the master you shall serve her. That is the topic of this video. Who shall you choose? Let us examine this scriptural science. No one can serve two masters, for he must either hate the one and love the other, or hold fast to one and desire the other. You cannot serve God and Mammon. Therefore, I say to you, do no worry about your life, what you will eat and what you will drink. Know about your bodies, what you will wear. Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothing? This is a profound verse, child of the sun. Let us examine the meaning of this script from a lens of the Great Spirit operates in ultimate abundance and provision. At all times you are covers in your needs. The Great Spirit does not operate in lack, but in law. The law of harmony, the law of abundance, the law of give and receive. On the other hand, the master Mammon, what does this beast represent? The pursuit of Mammon, representing wealth, materialism, and insatiable greed, can lead one astray from the true path of wisdom and spiritual fulfillment. According to the teachings of Yeshua, you cannot serve both God and Mammon. Matthew 6:24. This dichotomy highlights the conflict between spiritual values and material pursuit. The relentless quest for more wealth, more possessions, more power engenders a restless spirit and can yield several detrimental effects. Spiritual depletion. The pursuit of Mammon often leads one away from spiritual pursuits and inner peace. As the prophet Isaiah declared, "Why spend money on what is not bread, and your labor on what does not satisfy?" Isaiah 55:2. In chasing wealth, one forfeits the true nourishment that comes from spiritual sustenance. Moral corrosion. The unending desire for material gain can erode moral values. The Apostle Paul warns that the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil. 1 Timothy 6:10. Greed can lead to deceit, exploitation, and corruption, actions that are antithetical to righteousness. Emotional turbulence. Endless striving for material success often brings anxiety, dissatisfaction, and emotional instability. Siddhartha Gautama, known as the Buddha, taught that desire is the root of suffering. When one is ensnared by the incessant craving for more, inner serenity becomes elusive. Broken relationships. The fixation on wealth and material progress can damage personal relationships. Confucius emphasized the importance of human relationships and societal harmony. A relentless focus on material gains often leads to neglect of family, friends, and community, creating isolation and alienation. Environmental degradation. The insatiable drive for progress and consumption often leads to the exploitation of Earth's resources, causing ecological harm. Drawing from Taoist principles, Lao Tzu, teaches us to live in harmony with nature. Unchecked pursuit of Mammon disrupts this balance and brings about environmental crises. So if Mammon is more, and what's next? Then what is the Great Spirit, the Creator? What does it represent? Its attributes. In stark contrast, the Great Spirit, the Creator, represents the eternal, the immutable essence that transcends the ephemeral nature of material pursuits. The Most High is the source of all being, the wellspring of love, wisdom, compassion, and truth. To know God, paradoxically, is to understand the limitations and vanity of the finite, to recognize what He is not. The Tao Te Ching speaks to this. The Tao that can be told is not the eternal Tao. The name that can be named is not the eternal name. Tao Te Ching, Chapter 1. In Sufi thought, it is said we can come to know God by the attributes of the great Creator, thus helping us to know what traits to see, feel, or hear, and let that be the traits that we serve. His attributes is a profound practice. These attributes, which Sufis poetically refer to as Asma'ul Husna, or the beautiful names, offer glimpses into the divine qualities of the Most High. Each of these attributes reflects a different aspect of the Creator's infinite nature. Here are some of the attributes. Ar-Rahman, the most merciful. The boundless compassion and mercy that envelops creation. Ar-Rahim, the most compassionate. The continuous outpouring of mercy that the Creator bestows upon His creation. Al-Malik, the King, the Sovereign, the ultimate authority and dominion over the universe. Al-Qudus, the Most Holy, the perfection and sanctity of the Creator, free from any imperfection. As-Salam, the source of peace, the epitome of peace and tranquility, the one who bestows peace on His creation. Al-Mu'min, the inspirer of faith, the one who instills faith and security in the hearts of believers. Al-Muhaymin, the guardian, the protector and overseer of the entire universe. Al-Aziz, the Almighty, the possessor of ultimate power and strength. Al-Jabbar, the compeller, the one who enforces His will upon creation and repairs brokenness. Al-Mutakabbir, the supreme greatness and majesty of the Creator. These attributes remind us of the balance between mercy and justice, majesty and beauty, fostering a comprehensive understanding of the Most High's nature. As the Taoist principles teach us, the infinite and the nameless can be approached but not fully comprehended by finite minds. And children of the sun, to finalize the thought of serving two masters, let us dive more unto the ideology. To serve two masters, dear one, symbolizes a divided heart and fractured focus, which inevitably leads to inner turmoil and disintegration of one's being. In the spiritual context, Mammon represents not just wealth, but the insatiable pursuit of material gain, an endless cycle of more that can never truly satisfy the soul. This pursuit can ensnare one in a web of desires, distractions, and discontent. In contrast, serving the Most High, the Creator, or the Great Spirit, aligns one with higher virtues and eternal truths. It transcends the ephemeral and the finite, leading to inner peace, fulfillment, and unity with the divine purpose. From the Taoist perspective, Laozi teaches in the Tao Te Ching, when you are content to be simply yourself and don't compare or compete, everybody will respect you. This wisdom echoes the futility of chasing external validation and material excess. True harmony and purpose reside in aligning with the Tao, the natural way of the universe, akin to serving the Most High. In Sufi thought, as you have mentioned, Allah is studied through His attributes, which embody the highest virtues and divine qualities. These attributes include Al-Rahman, the compassionate, Al-Hakim, the wise, and Al-Adl, the just, to name a few. They are archetypes of perfection that guide the seeker towards embodying these divine qualities in their own life, aligning them more closely with the Creator. To some, serving two masters results in a life of inner conflict and fragmentation. But choosing wholly to serve the Most High, aligning oneself with divine attributes and wisdom, brings about coherence, fulfillment, and true spiritual progress. May your path be illuminated with clarity and divine wisdom, child of light.